Good morning, everybody. We've got a beautiful day on a Saturday for a change. So the bike's out, we're off to Rivy Barn. There's a meet there today, charity ride for North West Air Ambulance. Then I believe at the destination there's a mega long karaoke, drinks, food, things like that. So looking forward to today. Today's video is really a bit of a response to Mr. MikeonaBike. He's not the only person to make a video like this. It's a video about cold calling. Now, the reason I want to make a video about it is because I work on the other side of it. I am one of the people that actually make the phone calls. It's not a life choice, I must say. It's more like something that I fell into. I had a career in the breakdown industry for 10 years. Before that I was in the Air Force. I moved over here for a lady, which didn't work out. Funny old things, aren't they? Yeah. And as part of being over here, I had to take a job, obviously. And that job happened to be telesales, cold sales. At the time it was in PPI. I no longer work in that field, but I still work in cold calling telesales. Now what I will say is I completely agree with most people. The calls are a fucking pain in the arse. You know, I get them myself even when I work in that industry. They're horrible. Why anybody would want to listen to somebody rant on to something that they've not even heard of, or they certainly don't want to buy anything like that, you know what I mean? I don't know. But I have got to give it a bit of a defence, even though I hate it myself. I hate the job, I hate the atmosphere. It's like walking into a rat cage every morning, you know, sweaty, smelly, noisy, horrible place. I have got to give it some defence, and that is, it does support a lot of people in the UK. A lot of people in the UK. Just in Manchester alone, that figure is probably into the thousands, because just about everywhere in Manchester city centre is in some way telesales related, and that most of those will be cold calling. So I've got to give it that defence. You know, it supports a lot of families, a lot of people. That's probably the only defence I'd give it. The management of these companies don't care about the people that are being called, not at all. They don't care about the people that work there, really, to be fair. I'm obviously not going to name my company, just for purposes that there are some people there that I respect. You know, I won't really go into who, where, why, things like that, because it's not fair on the people themselves. Now, when these discussions arise, there's obviously talk about how people react to them, how people react to cold callers. And some like to play along when they have no intention of actually completing whatever it is that they're being asked to do. Some just like to be very rude and tell people to go away, but not in those terms. Some will be laughing, joking, some will be friendly, and it goes that way all day. But mainly, the main of them will be unfriendly. As soon as that phone is answered, it's a challenge. Am I supposed to be turning right? Yeah, I don't think I'm, not yet. Yeah, it's a challenge for you straight away, because people get so many of them. But you know, that's life. That's one of those things. You do actually grow a very thick skin and become sort of used to it, if you get what I mean. Horrible thing to say. So that you're actually getting used to people objecting to you speaking to them. So yeah, but that's the way it is, you know. You do grow accustomed to that. Now, this obviously myths what people out there that haven't worked in this industry believe. Myths that we pass your information on to anybody and everybody. Total myth. I can tell you that for a start. Why would we pass your contact details to another company that's one of our competitors? It's the same as any business. We don't pass those details to anybody. Yeah? It'd just be stupid. It'd be like killing yourself, basically. The details come from what's known as data providers. Now, from various sources. And you'd be surprised how many sources they get from and who they are. It's people like Argos, people like Tesco. Whenever you shop online, whenever you register an account with them, immediately they're selling your data. Immediately. And why are they doing that? Because it's easy to make a quick buck. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, it's very easy to make a quick buck. They don't have to do anything and they're making money out of it by the millions. So it's not going company to company, because that's just defeating the purpose. It's coming from people like that. Whenever you shop online, whenever you enter your phone number online, guaranteed, if you're not careful and you don't tick or untick the right boxes, that information is being sold immediately. So yeah, that's where that sort of comes from. The overseas call centres, yeah, there's plenty of them, loads of them. They're the ones that I usually get the phone calls from, and they are annoying as shit. I hate them. You can tell straight away that, you know, my name's Mike and I'm from Birmingham. You don't sound anything like a Mike from Birmingham, mate. You've never been a Mike from Birmingham. So, and the ones that call you to tell you you've had something, right? So first of all, we'll get on to these. This isn't really a myth. People do call you, tell you you've had something. Tell you you've had an accident. Get them all the time. Yeah, tell you you've had an accident. I've never had an accident in my life, thankfully. Touch wood. Tell you you've had a certain financial product. Tell you you've banked with a certain bank. Firstly, what I'll say to you about those is, if you do get anybody talking about finances and they say they know something about your finances, they're a liar. Get rid of them. And I'll tell you how to get rid of them in a minute, but get rid of them. They're a liar. Nobody has access to what banks you've been with, what sort of finances you've taken with those banks, what sort of finances you've taken elsewhere outside of the banks. Nobody has those details. That's all data protected. The minute you sign a contract with a bank or with a loan company or whatever it may be, that is data protected. The genuine companies will ask you if you've had those things and who you had them with, and that's the, you know, that's how you can sort of tell them apart. Anybody that seems to know anything, let's say somebody says you were banking with NatWest, so they give you a call, they tell you you were banking with NatWest, and you go, oh yeah, well. Now, if they speak to 100 people a day and say that as the opening line, or one of the opening lines, every time, probably 2, maybe 3 out of 10 customers are going to say, yes, I was. So, they've caught you. They don't know that, it's just a guess. And it's a horrible way to reel people in. I mean, I hear absolute horror stories of how people have been conned by these not so legitimate companies, shall we say. especially older people, tends to be. A lot of older people fall into tricks. I've heard of them actually handing cash over to people in a high street on the promise of some sort of return or some sort of insurance. And it's like, it horrifies me that people can actually talk to people and trick them into doing things like that, into things like that. So, getting rid. Firstly, if you hang up your phone, it ain't gonna get rid of them. All these centres work on what's known as a dialer system, and every single phone call has a disposition. So if you hang up the phone, they click a button which says you hung up the phone. All that does is put that information straight back into the dialer to be called again in 5 hours. Now that might sound also counterproductive, but it's not always counterproductive. The reason why it's not always counterproductive is it could have been an emergency. You know, you could have kids with you, one of them's fallen over, nobody knows the reason for that. Yeah, the probable reason was because you was pissed off, because you didn't like what they were talking about or the way they were talking to you. So you just hung up. But don't do it. Don't do it that way, guys, because it doesn't work. You'll just get called again and again and again and again. So the first way to stop getting called is obviously this thing about getting your data out there. So whatever you sign up to online, whenever you buy something online, whether it be shopping from Tesco's, from Asda, from wherever, look at the tick boxes. If there's anything about passing to partners, anything like that at all, make sure it's either ticked or unticked in the right fashion, and that's where a lot of them will fool you, because you think you have to tick the boxes to be included for your data to be moved on, and a lot of them will say something like leave the box unticked, but it's that small you don't really read it. So do that properly, guys. Next one, if it doesn't sound like one of these ones based in a foreign country, if it sounds like somebody genuinely based in the UK, you know, somebody like myself, broad Yorkshire accent, be totally honest with them. Don't be nasty, just be totally honest. Just say, well, no, I've never had that product, or whatever, just have a little conversation with them. The conversation only has to last a minute to establish whether they can help you. If they establish that it's not something they can help you with, then, and you've been okay with them, they're going to put down on their system, on their disposition, that it's not a product we can help you with, and you're not going to get called by them again. So that's just the easiest way to get rid. Yeah, don't, you know, swearing, cursing, hanging your phone up, you're just pissing somebody else off, the same as they're pissing you off, and you're going to get called back. And just protect your data, whatever you do, even if it be for like a £10 kettle in Argos, and they ask you for your address, and you're like, well, why do you need that? You think it's for like the store warranty. It's not. Store warranty for something like that is basically your receipt. All you need is a receipt to say that I bought this here on such and such a date. That's all you need. They don't need your home address. So the likelihood is, for something like that, the only thing that information is going to be used for is for marketing purposes. Alright, I've got to make a quick buck. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Ride safe, and I'll speak to you all soon.